because this is surreal.
Please go and scream.
I had to do that. Yeah.
I love that.
I'm sorry. I'm a big fan, Keke. Thank you so much for helping me get on this spot. You know, I've always watched you trying to get into television and radio as well. Kaluuya, we love you. East Africa. We just have your back. We are so proud. Like, we brag as though you've lived in Uganda all your life.
Love.
And we brag about our Oscar. We brag about you and Lupita. So I just wanted to get that off.
That is so
Love, appreciate you, my guy.
Thank
you. Good energy, man.
Welcome to my show. I'm so excited to have you. I hope my accent is a little bit clearer for you. Nairobi, Kenya is more than willing to just get to listen to what you have for us. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the iconic Keke Palmer and the Oscar-winning Daniel Kaluuya.
Yes!
Then we scream. So I'm so excited for this. I know you're tired from the interviews that you've done all through, but I'd like to know, like, how did you prepare for your roles? And there's so much chemistry where you play brother and sister. So I'd like to know how that came about.
Yeah, I mean, when I met Daniel, I immediately felt like Jordan must have knew that we would fit so well together because the chemistry was bonkers. So at that point, I think that was like became kind of the centerpiece for, whew, we're going to have a fun time filming. You know, and then, I mean, the script itself was just incredible. Right away, I loved my character and knew I'd have a lot of fun. And it would be a challenge, but it would be a lot of fun playing her.
How
about Daniel? How was it for you?
It was great. I mean, Key's good peoples, man. She's good energy. So it was when I always knew that, and I always wanted to like meet Keke. I can't even lie. I thought she was like all my friends are really gassed about you, know that.
Yay!
Like, no, they just as a person, they was like, oh man, like Keke's the best vibes. Like no, but like on screen and like as a fan.
They're
so like,
so happy.
But yeah, and you got like loads of generation of people that came after me that just like love you off. Like, you remember Sean's little brother that was like, yeah, True Jackson.
Nice.
So yeah, but anyway, so then in terms of the Keke, it was just like, it was effortless, if I'm being honest, because she's like, you can't not like her, you know what I mean? But I don't want to waste your time with, you got to know you got more questions.
Yeah, I have more questions. So I'd like to know, this is not the first time you're working with Jordan Peele. That's Daniel. And I know it's also not the first time you're working with Jordan Peele, Keke, because you made an appearance in one of the Jordan and Peele episode, and Key and Peele episode. So I'd like to know, how did he pitch it to you? Because I know phone calls had to be made. So how did he pitch it to you? Because I know you in Get Out, you did a lot of great things together. But how did he pitch it to you for this project?
Yeah, he called me up. He called me up in the pandemic, and then just was on the phone for like 2 hours and told me the film, spoke about the film. And I was like, wow, this is a lot. Like, this is audacious. This is a lot. And I was like, who's playing Emerald? Who do you think is playing Emerald? Because I knew that was the key of it. And he said, Keke Palmer. I was like, oh, well, then you got a hit then. All right, cool, I see what you're doing there. And then like, and then yeah, I just loved the fact that he was going for it, and it was a blockbuster, and it was like, it's centered about two characters, black characters that love each other, but it's not centered around racism, but it doesn't mean that there's a devoid of that context in the background. But yeah, and I just felt that, you know, and Jordan's got a visionary mind.
That's exciting. I know I'm running out of time. I'd like to know, what should people expect? Because I know in Get Out, we were told not to sit down because we knew we were going to get out of the scene completely. In this one, you tell us not to look up. And someone told me after watching your film, someone told me, look up. I was like, nope. So what should we expect from this?
Man, that's so hard. You know, I think you should expect something that you can watch with the whole family. You know what I mean? It has a couple of curse words in it. But other than that, it's still something that you all can watch. And the fear and the horror, although in the film is very apparent in one particular way, I think the horror really has more to say about what's going on in our society right now. You know, our obsession with attention and the violence of viewing. It has a lot of different layers to it. So I would say go in open-minded and be ready to have a lot of conversations afterwards. You know, don't be afraid to make it a discussion, because that's what it's for.
Keke and Kaluuya, thank you so much. May y'all be successful in your own right, because maybe we wish you success, but it's not in your own right. May you be successful according to how you wrote it growing up.
Yes,
oh, love, man. I appreciate you, man.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Bless
up, man.
That was awesome.
He's fucking great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was the interview, and I'm lucky to be one of the only Kenyan presenter to actually have that interview. So KTN gives you exclusive interviews. That's why you need not touch that dial, because we have a great lineup of shows coming soon after this one, okay? And I have to tell you that Nipsey Hussle was more celebrated after his death than when he was alive.